Hey everybody, welcome to another BB14 recap. Last time we left the house, Frank had won HOH after Kara had been evicted. It was pretty sweet because there was that whole rivalry between Willie and Frank last week. Now, Boogie and Frank both want Willie gone. They're trying to paint this as the new Chilltown. Boogie... Alright, so now starring as the part of the crybaby bitch is... Willie. Oh, it's horrible. He's such a sore loser.
I don't know what CBS... Why are they so interested in the Hans family?
Because they're troublemakers.
It's the third member of the family to be on a TV show. CBS just find something else.
Give it up. Alright, so Janelle tells Brittany, girl, the alliance is off because I don't want to be associated with Willie. He's no good. Alright, so then JoJo basically takes Frank aside in the storeroom and is like, yeah, Willie is an idiot. F him. I'm playing for myself now. So, you know, if you need to get rid of him, that's cool. Alright, so HOH room time. The pics are back, which makes me think, hey, there was no pics last week when Willie was head of household. I think production was trying to throw the game a little bit by keeping his Hans secret a secret. Did you see the picture of baby Booger? He was pretty cute. Willie was possessed the whole time he was in the HOH room, of course, because he didn't win. He won HOH this week. Alright, so Brittany and Willie have a little chat. She basically tells him, you're selfish D.
She told her straight up.
And he didn't want to hear about it. He says, I'm not playing for the team. I'm playing for myself. That's not how the game is played. Not yet, anyway.
And he didn't do such a good job anyway.
No. Well, we'll get there. Shane and Danielle are kind of having a little weenus romance.
Weenus.
Do you know what a weenus is?
No. Tell me.
It's that part of your elbow right there.
Oh.
Alright. It's all really weird. Can someone please tell Danielle to stop putting an inch of makeup on?
She doesn't need it.
She don't need it.
She's got good skin. I
She
don't
does.
understand why the producers don't say something.
Oh, it's horrible. It's like she's wearing a mask. Alright, so Boogie has a little meeting in the off-to-the-side toilet room.
Also known as a bathroom?
No, I think it's separate from the bathroom. And he tries to intimidate Brittany because they're about to have the coaches competition. And he knows that if she wins, she's going to want to trade Willie. Who wouldn't? And if she trades with Dan, Dan's got one loser left, and that's Willie. So he tells her, if you do that, we're going to go after Shane. She's not buying it. Boogie, we know your tricks already. This is the third time you've been on the show. So Dan and Janelle have a little chat about their spouses and Janelle's baby. They grow up so slow, don't they? You know, if it was me, I couldn't leave my family at home.
I think the kid's only about 6 months old, right?
It's like under a year, I think. How could you leave your baby at home?
It's hard.
I mean, I could leave my spouse at home because I know I've got some, you know, they're an adult. But to have to leave your baby, that kind of really, I don't get it.
That's a growing trend.
I guess so. Anyway, Ian, he's a little bit of a, how do you say, nerd?
A little bit.
Yeah, he wants to date Ashley. And she's pretty goofy, so it's okay. It's not like she's out of his league like Boogie thinks, but Boogie and Dan kind of set it up. It's a slop date, and Ian just reminds me of John Cusack's character from 16 Candles, you know? The nerds want your underwear. Anyway, he says that in real life, he's too busy to date.
I'm sure.
Methinks no one has asked or said yes. But they go on their little slop date. It was so awkward. But then, this is a classic now. This is a Big Brother classic for years to come. he says he's taking inorganic chemistry. It's one of his favorite classes. And she's like, oh, could you tell me the difference between organic and inorganic? I never know when I go to the supermarket which one to get. All right, so Brittany tells her team, separate yourself from Willie. They're going to ostracize him. I'm surprised they don't bury him up to his neck and stone him.
They did.
For crying out loud. Anyway, it's time for the coaches competition. It's called Fat Stacks, and all of the coaches come out in MC Hammer pants. But MC Hammer never had these pants. They got a little stick between them that spread your legs apart, and you can't close them.
MC Hammer could move.
Yeah.
They couldn't.
Did they get these out of Boogie's closet or something? I think he's used these before. All right, so they have to go across a balance beam and transfer stacks of cash to a stick and, pile it up. And you can't drop it on the floor, and you can't get off the beam. Now, Brittany had an early lead. She was like a friggin' jackrabbit on that balance beam.
She was good.
But she dropped the cash, and she DQ'd. That sucks. Dan's throwing it like he does every competition. So it really came down to Janelle versus Boogie. And Boogie thought he had it won, but Booger stepped off the beam before he hit the buzzer. Ouch, you're DQ'd. That means Janelle wins. So she picks Ashley to be safe. Why? I have no idea.
She said she wanted her to be a little closer. I guess she wasn't feeling it.
I don't know. But the have-nots this week, she says, definitely Willie. Oh. And JoJo, Shane, and, of course, Ian. Because who cares what happens to Ian, right? He's just a nerd. So the pork rinds and the pudding are waiting inside.
I like pudding. Can't deal with the pork rinds.
No. Everybody likes pudding. I don't think I've ever met anybody who hasn't liked pudding. And Willie is trying to rally his team together because he wants to talk to them.
Didn't work too well.
No, because Brittany was like, JoJo, get over here. If he ever tells you to go somewhere, don't go with him, and, blah, blah, blah. And that really is starting to get Willie pissed because he's a dead duck. He's a dead man walking at this point. I mean, there's pretty much nothing.
To cut him off from everybody like that just set him off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I could see where this came from, besides the Hans gene of, ridiculousness.
But they just can't control themselves.
Right. So Willie eventually ends up running up to the HOH and telling everyone that he effed up and don't take it out on the rest of my team. And don't worry about it, because I'm going to, get evicted before I get out the door anyway. So then, he has a little conversation with JoJo, and she's not hearing it. She's just like, leave me alone. I can't deal with this.
I want to eat my pudding.
Exactly. So, apparently Joe comes down from the HOH. He's kind of a little troublemaker himself. He probably said something to Willie. And Willie's like, what'd you say? What'd you say? It escalates. He headbutts Joe. They didn't really show everything completely. No. Joe's like, I can't believe he did that. You know what? I can't believe it either. That's really lame. And he's called to the diary room. He doesn't go right away. He's pacing around. He doesn't know what to do. I mean, he knows he was...
Well, what can you do?
He knows he was going to get kicked off the show. I mean, he's probably thinking, like, is this going to be like they're going to drag me out kicking and screaming like in real life? Or should I just go and, like...
I'm sure it's happened a few times.
It has.
A few
Trust
local
me.
Establishments.
Well, look it up online. I believe he's been arrested for domestic violence before, so...
Excellent.
Thanks, CBS. If Maddie ever gets chosen for the show, I'm going to feel so great having her in there.
That's another thing. CBS is not doing a good job weeding these people out.
No.
I mean, even Janelle has a record, for crying out loud.
Look it up. It's true. All right, and that was before she was on the show. So... Allison Grodner comes on the intercom and is like, violence is not tolerated in the BB house. Willie's gone. So, yeah. That cut everything short. They ended up having pizza. They didn't show that on the show because they were probably starving. I'm pretty sure they were on lockdown for a while because they had to, scramble to get things done.
Mercy Pizza?
Mercy Pizza. So even the have-nots got to enjoy some pizza. Bye, Willie. So sorry to see you go. Not really. We hardly knew you, yet we knew too much. They never tolerate violence in the Big Brother house. Unless your name is Evil Dick, of course. Well, gotta run. Gotta eat some pudding. They're not having the noms on the show until Wednesday, so if you want to find out who's nominated before that, make sure you watch the spoiler. I'm pretty sure it's going to be on tomorrow's spoiler, so make sure you check that out. And if you want to be house guest of the day, all you have to do is ask. Just send us a private message on YouTube or an email at madrosed@gmail.com, and we'll hook you up, right? It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
We're easy.
I did it.
That's right.
You hooked me up.
All right, kids. Till next time, much love.